Greetings, family. Peace and love to you and yours. This is Guru, and thanks for visiting my channel. Well, family, this video is about inside AFROPunk. That's right, you heard it right, AFROPunk. The most inclusive space in the United States. Or is it? Well, from an African-American subculture to a global movement, bringing outsiders to the forefront and celebrating diversity is what it's about. So family, while white supremacy is resurging and hate groups are on the rise across the United States, AFROPunk Festival is turning into a global celebration of black culture and diversity under the slogan, quote, "No sexism, no racism, no ageism, no homophobia, no fatphobia, no transphobia, and no hatefulness," unquote. In a decade, AFROPunk Festival has grown from a hundred's large punk fest in New York's Brooklyn borough, providing a space in punk culture that wasn't predominantly white, to a full-blown black venture with annual festivals in London, Atlanta, Paris, and for the most part, or for the first time, later this year, Johannesburg, South Africa. Organizers are also working to expand to Brazil. Last weekend, roughly 70,000 people attended the two-day festival in Brooklyn's Commodore Barry Park. While AFROPunk is a high-performance music festival, over the years featuring black performers such as Lenny Kravitz, Lauryn Hill, Grace Jones, Khalees, D'Angelo, Ice Cube, and Solange, it is just as much a showcase for personal style and uninhibited self-expression, pushing the boundaries of fashion and what society thinks it means to be black in the United States. Now, family, just as a disclaimer, I've seen these pictures I'm about to reveal to you. Some of them are wild and outlandish. Personally, I'm surprised that if this happened about a week or so ago in Brooklyn, I'm just surprised that we hadn't seen more YouTube clips or videos on this festival. But nonetheless, I'm going to share with you some of the visuals that was taken in this particular article. With that said, let's get to them. So family, in this picture, AFROPunk is a space where you can express your uninhibited self and be unapologetically black without being judged or having to fear for your safety. We need that right now, says Lindsay Howard, a 28-year-old dance therapist. And then we have this AFROPunk. It says, "I dress to feel free as a bird, rising from the ashes like a phoenix. A kind and candy phoenix," says Blake Diamond, a 23-year-old fashion designer. Well, I gotta tell you, if you are a fashion designer, you are not a fashion designer that I personally, or anyone that I know for that matter, would be interested in any kind of design you would create coming out looking like this. But that's just my opinion. I digress. Let's move on to the next picture. And here we have two black females, and the caption reads, "My look is voodoo goddess, with a white, black-faced man hanging from a noose around my neck." It's a comment on self-hate in white America. People don't love themselves. Why else would they hurt another race? Asks Kayla Muldrow, an 18-year-old artist. You know, Kayla, that's a very good question. As a matter of fact, I want to repeat that comment. It says, people don't love themselves. Why else would they hurt another race? Very good point. And here we have a picture that the quote says, "These days, it feels like America is moving backwards. AFROPunk reminds me that there are still people in my corner," says Myrie Brown, a 46-year-old fitness trainer. Well, here I really like the artwork in the background. Nonetheless, in the foreground we have a black man who, the caption reads, "I just sprayed a bottle of bleach all over my clothes and went to town. I didn't put on all of my gear until I got here though, for safety reasons. I'm still a bit closeted about my sexuality. You would be surprised how much hatred there is towards black gay men, even in New York," says Nicholas Dyer, a 24-year-old stylist. Well, he's probably right. There's plenty of hatred going around for black men, whether you're gay, straight, or otherwise. It is what it is. That's how it goes. And in this picture we have yet again another black male who, the caption reads, "With this look, I wanted to get back to a place where I understand my worth as a king," says Damian Joel, a 32-year-old custom designer and actor. I heard that, my brother. I heard that. And yet again, another black male, but this time it looks like he is in a dress. Now, personally, I really have problems with men in dresses, men acting this way, and especially the media who likes to exploit black men who dress this way. There are plenty of great black, strong black men out in the world who are very masculine, who portray 100% manhood, black, but yet these men are not portrayed in the media whatsoever. They are not exploited like these trans black men or gay black men. But nonetheless, this caption reads, "What is more real than the color red? Question mark. It stands for passion, pain, and strength. Last year was tough for the black communities. So much blood from shootings and killings. My dress is a reference to all of that, but most of all, to the love and strength it will take to overcome," says Jaquam Mitchell, a 22-year-old fashion designer. Now in this picture, I have to say that I'm loving the Angela Davis style of this beautiful sister here. The quote reads, "This is my superhero outfit, my Miss Black Empowerment alter ego. I have a thing for big afros. They remind me of the civil rights movements of the 60s, 1960s that is, and I think we are in a very similar period of time right now," says Camilla Palmer, a 45-year-old fitness instructor. Well, Camilla, you are exactly right. Black power, my sister. Yet again, another provocative, beautiful picture and display of an African goddess. Yep, that's right, a black woman portrayed here, and the quote says, "My look is Native American and African goddess fusion. My dream catcher is for protection. It has a crystal attached, which amplifies the power of the moment. I think this very moment is about being your truest self without any limitations," says Kato Watts, a 28-year-old healer and yoga instructor. And here we have a white man, looks like a transgender, with his thick beard and whatever that is on his head. But anyways, the caption reads, "I was going for Power Animal. It's my first time at the festival, but I think it's so important in this political environment to be loud and proud of who you are. Where else can you go where it is protocol to spell no fat phobia or no transphobia in capital letters?" asked Dusty Childers, a 32-year-old teacher. This is another rather interesting picture, and the caption reads, "We wanted to be black and white together. No, not apart. Charlottesville broke my heart. it pulled the blanket off of white supremacy, and it showed that it's a very real thing in this country. We are here today to say that we are not going for it, says Roman Barksdale, a 33-year-old stylist. And for the most part, Roman Barksdale, you are exactly right. We're not going for it. Not here, not now, not today, tomorrow, or any other time are we going for that any longer. My brother here reveals another statement. It says, to be punk means to be real and show your true self, says Yuri Sanchez, a 31-year-old public health educator. And yet another display of the AFROPunk festival. This caption reads, the hardest part about identifying as non-binary is dealing with men. They can be predators. Just walking here, I didn't feel safe. A man was catcalling me from behind, and I feared that he might attack me when he realized I wasn't a woman. AFROPunk is a healing space where I can be my fullest self, says Ra Bacchus, a 20-year-old student at Stanford University. Well, let me just state this. You can be your total full self, dressed as a woman or Barney Rubble for all that matters, right in your own home. You don't need to display this for others to see. We don't care. And it's not pleasing to the eye watching a man dressed as a woman in 2017, in the 21st century, for other black males to follow your ideology. Sorry, we are not going for it. AFROPunk Festival, however, that's exactly what it stands for, inclusion. And that's what this article about, that's what this video is about. So again, I'm going to display these visuals, but nonetheless, I don't agree with them. But moving on. This brother here, the caption reads, the space to live and be free without being judged is getting smaller and smaller in this country. AFROPunk is a platform for people to embrace their weirdness. I think there is a huge need for that right now, says Christopher Jordan, a 29-year-old architect. And then we have this brother sitting in a wheelchair, fully bearded, black man. The caption reads, when I was 15, my sister was raped. I fought the gang that raped her, but eventually they shot me and the doctors had to remove my leg. I experienced all sorts of ableisms, steps at restaurants, people staring at me, assuming that I can't do anything because I'm in a wheelchair. It's liberating to be among people who don't judge, says Chris W., a 25-year-old teacher. You know, when I first looked at this picture with the brother with the X on his cap, the first person I thought of was Dr. Umar, and I guess it was because of his beard. And maybe the size of this brother too, because Dr. Umar looks like to be a pretty big brother. And also, well, the African print dashiki's wearing as well. But nonetheless, I'm coming back to Miss Black Empowerment alter ego, Camilla Palmer, only because I definitely appreciate and like this visual. It does remind me of Angela Davis, and it's a powerful picture, of course with the black raised fist. So I'm gonna end this off with this picture because I'm at the end of the article. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace and love to you and yours, and until the next video, don't forget to subscribe. AFROPunk Festival, this is what it represented. And again, I'm surprised I didn't see any other videos on this festival, being that it happened last weekend. Thanks for watching. Peace out.